Everyone, it's Mama Soul Doc, Dr. Maya Alapin. The question for today is, do I need to have a strategy call with every single client, or can I just let people book into my calendar? The answer is you absolutely have to have a strategy call with everyone. And there's a few reasons for that. The first is the most important, which is client safety. There's lots of people who might think they're good candidates for hypnosis who are not really eligible. For example, if somebody has some kind of psychosis, psychological disorder that's under medical care already that has not permitted you to work with this person, all kinds of antipsychotic medications. So, I mean, it really depends on you, of course, as the practitioner, what you are qualified for and capable of doing. But the discovery call is a very important step in just finding out those basics. So that's one reason not to skip it. The other thing is your own safety as a practitioner, as a therapist, as a hypnotist. There are some people who don't feel comfortable to work with. There are some people who don't have the right connection to you, and so hypnosis would not be really the best thing for them, or at least hypnosis with you. So you would want to know that before you put somebody through your registration funnel. So that's another reason. So their safety, client safety, your safety. But also, there is another piece of it, which is the hypnotic process begins before the session. So it begins in your social media, it begins in your conversation, it begins in your things that you share publicly. And then when the client shows up for the discovery call, that's their first meeting with you personally and your first opportunity to really create connection, which will enable the hypnosis to work better, faster, and more permanently. So it's absolutely important to have that priming opportunity and to set up the expectation for what's about to happen in the sessions. Because without that expectation and without that priming, the client will not be as ready to receive or have the experience that you are offering. So you have to educate them, and that is part of the hypnotic experience. Just yesterday, I had a client come in who said it was so weird after the discovery call. I already started to come up with an answer. I already started to come up with a solution. And she was like, "How did you do that? Like we didn't even do anything yet." But we did. That's the hypnosis at work. So I definitely want my clients to be in the process already, becoming used to the hypnotic experience and to the experience of their subconscious before the first session, because then when they do come to that first session, they are not only comfortable and relaxed because they know that I already prepared them, but also they are more eager and more prepared in all ways, mentally, emotionally, physically, aurically, whatever you want to say, for transformation. So the discovery call is very, very much part of the building of transformation. And if you skip it, you're not only going to sacrifice all of these important steps in establishing good quality clients, good quality sessions, and safe energy exchanges, but also you will be giving up a huge opportunity to really convey how powerful and important your contribution is going to be. So the discovery call is a very interesting and layered process. And I think it comes off as something kind of predictable and transactional. But the truth is, in hypnosis, there's tons and tons of opportunity there and value there. So It's totally not a good idea to skip it. Actually, if I were to give my honest coaching opinion, I would say it's unethical or um, unprofessional to skip it. So you have to do it. The last thing I want to say about that discovery call is it gives an opportunity for another touch point where you can gather information. So in order to even book my discovery call, clients have to fill out a short questionnaire. And so that discovery call is gathering of information, then doing that process. Then there will be more gathering of information in the intake forms, then more process. So discovery call is really important to think about as the face-to-face discovery call, but also what you acquire in terms of information about the client um, in the form that they use to book that call. If they fill out that form very casually and very reluctantly, I might cancel them or I might just, keep in mind that I don't want to invest too much time or energy because I'm screening them. That's what I'm doing. So if they're not good coming through my screening process, well, I'm going to pay attention to that. So that initial form and that initial call, they're not only indispensable to your results, but they're also important and indispensable to the structure of a hypnosis business. So, thanks for listening. If you have any questions about the discovery call, I do have a course on that, so you can come and learn more about how I see it and the philosophy that I use in that call, and how I use it to prepare my clients. You can also ask questions below in the comments or send me a message. This is Dr. Maya Alapin. Thanks for listening. I'm in Montreal, Quebec.